I am on a reserve status. I have to be 90 minutes away from the airport, being ready to be activated at all times to go anywhere in the world. I could end up going to Asia, to Africa, I could go anywhere. So I had to pack and plan for all the possibilities of all the potential places that I go in my airline, which is basically the whole world. And I'm gonna be sitting here waiting for that call. I have the next 11 days that I'm sitting here. It does suck because I have to be ready to go in 90 minutes, so I can't go that far. Well, here we are, day 2. No call, just hung out. We will continue to wait and wait and wait and wait until they call me. It's day 3. I somehow left that massive gap up there. Good morning, sunshine. Still no call. Well, I just got back from the gym. They still haven't put anything on my schedule. I thought I would really enjoy sitting around, but you're just kind of hanging out, not being able to go out or do anything because they could call me 90 minutes. So, okay, something's happening. You see those U's? It means that somebody's messing with my schedule. It's kind of like Christmas, right? You see that present from grandma, you know it's gonna be tube socks or like some terrible sweater. You just wanna get that mystery out of the way. Could it be something cool? Like, did she get me an Xbox? Maybe, but I think we know tube socks are coming. I gotta go to Chicago. I love Chicago, but not in February. It's so cold. Let's get out of here. I'm kind of shocked. It's only like 40 degrees in Chicago. So I still need to have my jacket on because I'm going to try to sneak a lunch in the lounge. I think I'm going to have the whole bus to myself. And we're off. So that driver just gave me a tip. This elevator here, I normally just walk right past it into the terminal. So I cross all that traffic. But he said, if you take this thing up, that'll take you over there. For some reason, I thought this took me into a garage because it says garage there. Wow, these guys are like racing. Okay, I think they timed this out okay. I got about an hour before we board. I got upgraded because I fly so much. I deadhead so much, the airline didn't pay for it. Just so many miles, and I also have access to this lounge. I want to hide myself, go incognito. You already know how I do it. Pilot mode. Such a great disguise. The guy recognized me as I walked in and he goes, I kind of wondered why you turned the corner. And then when you came back, I realized who you were and I understand why you did it. Because he knows I'm in uniform and I know I can't come in here in uniform.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Unfortunately, damage in our aft cargo. We'll be underway here. Oh,
there's a delay. Why is it when they make up loft, there's a delay? I used to be based here for like 1 or 2 months and I realized how cold it was and I went back to a warmer base. I asked to go out on a date over there once, a flight attendant. I said, hey, let me get your number, I'll take you on a date. She was like, okay. The thing is that there's 2 ways to get to the area where the hotel vans pick us up, and I almost always take the outside way because it's so much faster. There it is right there. I usually just start walking across. They're friendly.
Terminal 2, middle lane.
The shuttle? When did that move?
On the first.
Oh, used to be right there. All right, I gotta go find a new pickup spot. All the way over there. Oh, I see the van. Oh God, I gotta run. Thank you. Oh, I never catch the van right away. That's awesome. Thanks, man, for stopping. I really appreciate it. What are you doing, man? How you been?
Good to see you, man. What are you doing up here? You're in Miami.
That's what I'm saying. I don't belong up here. I just found out I'm going to Narita tomorrow.
Nice.
Is it? In most cities, you're gonna have bad traffic, delays. So most airlines have a short stay hotel near the airport and a long stay, usually in like a downtown. They got me at the short stay. I don't know why, but sometimes I have to really like look at these things close. It looks like I'm in a dungeon. 64, I'm sure I can count. Oh man, did I miss it? 40. Oh, I went right past it. It's been counting down, 647. You see this, 638, 645. It's an easy mistake. And the lady that was sitting next to me was like, oh cool, Japan. That's so cool, you're so lucky. Narita, I've already seen it. There's not a lot going on there. If I was going to Haneda, which is in downtown Tokyo, I'd be pumped. I'd be really excited. I was hoping Europe, but a lot of it goes out to Asia, which is just a long flight, 14 hours. And I'm not even the captain. There's another captain, so I'm just there as a cruise relief. They need 4 people for that long of a flight. So I make some coffee and that's kind of it. 3 in the morning or something to wake up. So we'll see what happens. For some reason, when I have an early morning flight, I can never go to sleep. My wake-up call is in like 4 more hours. I hope I fall asleep for at least those 4. So at 3 in the morning, you know, they have that saying, everybody wants to be a pilot until they have to do pilot stuff. I guess getting up at 3 in the morning is pilot stuff. Look at this. This is a feature that I love. And put the number in there. It loads up the entire flight plan, all the places that we gotta check on our flight. It's pretty cool. It just eliminates mistakes. Keys, phone, wallet, badge. I write everybody's name down on the things that we log into when we download our flight plan. It's got everybody's photos and their names. I'm terrible with names. If I ever meet you at an airport, say, oh, my name's Frank. I'll be like, oh, Frank, nice to meet you. Whatever story you tell me, I'll remember everything about that. But 5 minutes later, if you go, what's my name? I'll be like, Fred? When I flew PAX, I don't ever remember getting this up this early. There's like 2 full crews out there. These guys are tougher than me. They don't even have jackets on. I don't care what those guys with no jackets are doing. This is too cold. One of the guys says he's from Wisconsin. For him, that's like summer. Once we get the engine started, this plane will warm up real fast. I'm back in the bunk. I'm gonna take the first rest. The sun isn't up yet, obviously. So hopefully I get right back to sleep. It's a pretty short taxi, not a lot of traffic at 5 in the morning. That's our tug. And with that clearance to go early, hopefully we can beat that big push for all the passenger airlines get going. So it looks like my plan's working. I'm about to go to sleep. About 5.5 hours of rest is what we have. Should work out okay. I'll get up there, the sun will be up, and hopefully I can go back to sleep. At this point, we'd have to be over at least Alaska. So I set the alarm a little bit before they call me so I can get the bed made and everything ready for the next guy. So we take these. Everybody makes up their bed differently. Put that over the pillow so they know that it's a fresh thing. I didn't drool all over it. It's kind of like the rule of leave things better than the way you found them, or at least equal to the way you found them. Time to go to work.
Are you gonna do any YouTubing today?
Of course, I'm doing YouTubing every day.
I told my wife, oh, do you know this guy? Likes to sell it, and blah blah blah. He's like, oh my god, you have 1 million.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I usually put my headset in that cubby hole. That way when I go to rest, in case I have to run up here for something, I do not like looking for it. But no worries, I won't run over it. All right, so we got up here and I walked up and that literally just broke. I tried everything. It's not coming back. Luckily, everything's got this redundancy, so we can get to that same screen up here. So I can access all that same information off of here. That's what's great about these planes. Anyway, we're right here, just getting off the coast, but the sun is out. It's gonna be a good day. We're almost out there. We got about 30 minutes till we wake up the other pilots there. They're sleeping. Weather out there actually is okay. I sent a message over to the dispatcher to let maintenance know, so that way the pilots that are coming in behind us have a chance to get it fixed. Right now, that's the wake-up call for those guys to get up. And then that's the time right there. So we got about 30 minutes. We got a pretty strong headwind. That's it right there, our ground speed, 415 knots. So we're going terribly slow, especially if you saw that video when I was coming the other direction going over 700 knots. We were like ripping. About 10 hours into the flight, I'm just ready to get off the plane. That's about my limit, 10. That was about 13 hours. Anyways, here we are. I just landed my next flight. I don't know what airport it is, so once we get through customs, I'm gonna figure out where I'm going next. It's 11 a.m. I just got to my room. I should be ready to sleep. It's 7 or 8 p.m. US time. I'm going to basically Melbourne, but it's an airport near Melbourne, down in Australia. I've never been there, or if I have, it's been a long time. I didn't even recognize the airport code, but it's probably gonna be like 90 Fahrenheit down there. So I won't be needing this sweater. Anyways, I'm gonna take a shower, see what time I leave tomorrow so I can plan my rest. That's how well I slept. I'm already awake. It's a beautiful day out here in Japan. Remember I was saying like, why are we going to this place? We don't normally go there. I just realized why we're going there. We're going basically Narita, straight south all the way down to Avalon, which is right outside of Melbourne, down in Australia. I'm flying some person stuff who you would absolutely know. I can't disclose who they are for obvious reasons, but it's gonna be a bumpy ride. I was originally planning on letting the other pilot have the landing, but I've never landed in there, and it's only one runway, and there's a thunderstorm that's supposed to be there. It's also forecasted to gust 50 knots. It's been just a pretty wild season of really rough winds. But if we don't get our plane in there, the person who's paying for this plane isn't going to be able to do their concert. So off we go to work. All right, so the other pilot had a hard time getting a landing. I told him, if the weather calms down, which is forecasted to get okay, we'll take it. But if we get there and it's like gusting 40, then I'm probably gonna take it. He was like, okay, fine. He just wants to get a landing because if he doesn't get a landing soon, he expires, he has to go to Miami to do training, and nobody really wants to go do that if they don't have to. Plus, we're all here to fly. The weather is not going great right now. It's, I think, gusting 35. I just said, okay, well, just wake me up if there's a problem or if it's getting really bad or really windy. And then when I come up, just let me know if you want to land or not. This plane is great with a lot of things, but in a crosswind landing, if you don't manage it correctly, it's tough. I've talked about some of my videos, me messing up some of my first crosswind landings on this plane. So when they wake me up, we'll find out who's landing or if we're even going to get there, but I'm going to go take a nap now. See ya. It's going to be a really cool thing to be a part of this experience. Doing the type of flying that I do, there's so many moments that happen that a lot of people are involved in. This would be one of those things where somebody talks about this singer and go, oh, I went to their concert. Oh, that's cool. Like, I was a part of that whole tour. Just like when I flew with the sports team, just like a lot of the stuff that I do that I was never going to see. It's cool to be a part of that story. That's kind of how I feel about it, whether it's justified or not. It's just how I feel. Well, it looks like it's going to be a direct crosswind, but nothing too crazy that this guy shouldn't be able to handle, so let him take that in there. I look forward to hearing from you. Until then, keep the side out.